You always been fascinated by the inner workings of the human mind? Were you the older sibling who used reverse psychology on your younger siblings? Folks, your secret is safe with us. Do you love understanding why mirroring or question framing or finding commonality is an effective communication strategy? Folks, if you answered yes to any of these questions, you might be a budding psychology major, someone who studies how humans and animals interact with their environment, why people behave in certain ways, how they develop their personality type, and how they're influenced by society at large. Folks, your classes will touch on everything from emotion and motivation to cognition, perception, and mental disorders. And you'd be in good company. Nearly 117,000 people earned their undergraduate degrees in psychology in 2017 alone. The field has grown tremendously in recent decades, and professional opportunities are more plentiful now than ever before. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it. Based on that amazing overview, I bet your curiosity is definitely piqued in a psychology major. But you may be wondering, and you know you are going to get asked, what are you going to do with that? Ah yes, every great aunt's favorite question at holiday dinners. The question that you and your parents may be asking yourselves every time you write out a tuition check or sign for a loan or apply for a scholarship. Because make no mistake, what you do in your career matters, and your major can have a huge impact on that. But having just said that, I want to qualify it by reminding you that your fate is not predetermined, folks. You'll want to find a major that interests you. You'll be taking a lot of classes in it, and one that will open up more doors than it shuts in fields that you might wish to enter. The good news about psychology is that not only do you get to learn fascinating facts about the human mind, but you'll also have some great career flexibility. That's right, you'll find psych majors in many industries ranging from advertising to medicine, not to mention, of course, actual psychological practice and research. Now that I've just told you about the multiple fields that are possible, I want to qualify that by letting you know some of the careers that are probable. Psychologist. This one's pretty straightforward. You go to grad school and you get a doctorate, a PsyD or a PhD, and work as a practicing psychologist, and you'd have a range of subfields and schools of thought to choose from. The market for psychologists is strong, and we hope getting stronger as mental health awareness continues to increase. Now, if you think you might want to go into psychological practice or research, you may want to try your hand at being a lab assistant. If you're interested in potentially pursuing a career in research and experimental psychology, becoming a lab assistant is a great entry point. After all, conducting experiments is a primary component of the field. This is a great opportunity for some hands-on learning. Or maybe you want to do some applied psychology, test drive your theories and concepts in real life. Then you may want to explore becoming a market researcher. As a market researcher, you'll analyze trends and monitor sales forecasts. In other words, you'll study consumer behavior and make marketing decisions based upon the data that you collect. This is a great career path for you if you're also analytical and enjoy doing quantitative work. Then, of course, you may fall so in love with the field that you have to teach it. If so, you can become a teacher. You'll have a rewarding career ahead of you. Take your knowledge of human development and apply it in the classroom. Of course, you will need to earn your teaching certification in addition to your psychology degree, and you can continue to graduate studies to teach at the post-secondary level. Another way to practice psychology in the real world is to become a counselor, another brilliant role within education. As you're probably already aware, school counselors help students with behavioral and social issues. They also push them to achieve their academic goals. You won't be able to step directly from your graduation to a guidance office, though. This position typically requires a master's degree as well. Or you could turn to a different type of counseling altogether and become a genetic counselor. In this role, you'll work with individuals and families undergoing testing for genetic disorders and diseases. You determine which tests are needed and help evaluate the results. Your psychology degree will definitely come in handy when talking to patients. This field also requires an advanced degree, of course. Another way to work quickly with clients is to become a social worker. Folks, you'd listen, offer advice, and provide counseling in a school, outpatient or inpatient facility, a prison, among many other venues. This work, while often rewarding, can also be emotionally intense. Typically, you'll also need to maintain a master's degree in social work as well. Folks, these fields and many, many others are open to you if you major in psychology. Plus, you're likely to learn some very cool psychology party tricks over the course of your studies. Folks, thanks as always for watching. If you're unsure of what you might want to study in college, I recommend subscribing to our channel for the latest and the greatest updates about college, test prep, life skills, and a whole lot more. Folks, till the next time, be well.